Grand Rising. Thank God for another day. No complaining and crying. We here with another one of Dad Chat TV. It's your boy Papa Stretch. This is March 2nd. Pardon me, little honey ginger tea to get the day started. You know what I mean? But yeah, we have another one, fellas. We have another one, man. It's not gonna end, man. I'm gonna give y'all one every day of this month, maybe twice a day. You know what I mean? So I hopefully get this message out there for us fathers, man. Open up this talk, man. You know? Yeah, another one of Dad Chat TV. Please like and subscribe. Leave the some comments and check us out, man. Check us out, man. We're gonna be growing. I don't care if it's one person a year. You know what I mean? For the next 100 years, I'll be happy with that. As long as this message get out to someone, you know. But with that being said, we live in Queens, you know. Best as always, fellas, we ain't gonna do nothing else, you know what I'm saying? New York for president. Hashtag father speaks. Hashtag stepdads don't matter. Not my words, something that was told to me. Hashtag Dad Chat TV. Hashtag let's get in there. Today we're gonna talk about time, fellas. Time. The most important thing that we ever gonna deal with. The most important resource and tool we have at our disposal. It also can be cursed from time to time, no pun intended, depending on how you use your time or depending on how you waste your time. And with that being said, we're going to talk about both, fellas. I told you I missed the accountability. As men, we got to talk about our time. We got to figure out how to ration our time in between trying to be successful or just working and paying our bills, personal life, time with the kids. We gotta figure it out because there's times for me when it has clashed where I've had to work or make money and certain things come up and I couldn't make it, or there's been times where I've had a good momentum with business and things going good, but because some type of personal date or occasion comes up to where I will have to stop the momentum of the business and it could go good to sacrifice it for spending time with family. And it goes both ways, you know. You have to, but in some cases, fellas, you can't. You know what I mean? They tell us how good of a parent can you be if you don't have a little bit of selfishness in you. You know, if you're not okay, how can a kid be okay? But it's still not an excuse to spend all the time away from your kids or to not spend no time or to not figure out on some days where you have less to do. Maybe I can take little man or little girl to school or possibly pick them up or maybe just drop off a little McDonald's or something for lunch or things of that nature, you know what I mean? I'm never going to knock no father if you can't certain days or a lot of days because I understand when you're trying to do things out here in this world, especially when you're the breadwinner of everybody's livelihood depending on you. We all done had them words and them times where the women come at you about you ain't spending enough time or you don't see the kids or this, that, and the third. In which they have a valid point. A lot of women are able to understand the bigger picture. And it works better with those type of women because they can ease the blow with the kids and allowing the kids to understand. Now, for fathers like myself and others, where we deal with the woman that's going dirty mac us, is like, where do you go? You know, you might not be able to be there because of an important reason, but yet she's going to emphasize you just not being there, not the reason that it might be important, this, that, and the third. But they don't never say now when women chase their dreams or chase their careers and gotta be away. Mama doing what she gotta do. No matter what behavior we display, when they display it, it's some way to justify something happened in their past. Men of yesteryear wasn't this and did that and the third, so it was only right and all these other little things. But with that put aside, fellas, we gotta figure out time because it isn't always about being bashed or not being bashed. You gotta know inside yourself. Do I spend this much time with my child? Is there little sayings, little songs, or little patterns of little things that your kids know of you, and they only can know that from time. You understand? I have two different songs for my daughters, little short songs, but when I sing part of it, they'll sing the other half. Or when I get them out the bath, since they was young, I shake, shake, shake. You know what I mean? Or something I might say to them when I have to wipe them or something. So it sticks when it's repetitive because the time. It's times I wasn't always there certain days because I got to do what I got to do. But when I do have enough time, I make sure I spend it well with them. I still try to get my separate life and all them things when I was married or, in communication with her. But I still do my best to have time with my kids. Like I said, they frustrate me. They're here with me right now. I was supposed to been leave out of town, but a few things come up. They got doctor's appointment, eye doctor's appointments, and all that. So I gotta, unfortunately, be in New York for a few more days. But I'll be going soon. Y'all be seeing me in a new location soon. But the time, whether it's going to the park, like I said before, or going to the mall or whatever, spending time with their homework. You know what I mean? My kid having a little issues in school, not bad, but that's with math and stuff. So I have to spend more time. You know what I'm saying? I have spent time with it, but I can say I haven't spent as much time as I should helping her go over to help her get better, and that's a fault on me. But we got to be able to identify, fellas. We don't need these women always bashing us and kicking our brains in and saying the most vilest and foulest, nasty things. But it takes us to be able to pull each other up so they don't have to do it. Because if you're not going to take a self, and I'm not going to tell you as your brother, or you're not going to tell me as my brother or friend, then what happens? The behavior just keeps going. And then once or twice, people understand, all right, I had time at work, I had this. But what happens is it's 14 years past. Now that kid barely knows you. You don't know what that kid likes. You don't know what he does in his off time or she does in the off time. You don't know their favorite color. You don't know these things. I'm not saying you got to be there every second of the day, but some time can make you figure out these answers. There's nothing wrong with going to get a piece of the world. Once you have a decent piece, if it takes a little sacrifice in a few years, 5, 10 years, without that, then come back, fellas. We can't blame nobody else about if we spend time with our kids but ourselves, except for the fellas out there, which is also for who got the women playing games and really can't. As we spoke about with kids being taken out of state. But for those of us who are in the same city, same areas, and even some dudes I know in life who be around the same blocks of their kids, there's no excuse. No excuse, fellas. Not about what the women think of us. They're going to think bad about us or good about us no matter what it is we do wrong or right. It's how they're feeling. I do my best to go to sleep every night, and hopefully when the good Lord brings me home, I know my daughters are going to be able to think well of me and say, Daddy was there. Daddy did this, that, and third. He spent time with me. He broke his time down for my education. He broke time down to be there for my medical. He broke time down for my personal needs. He broke time down to do different things. And there's also times that he weren't there for maybe this event, or he didn't make this volleyball game, or maybe this recital, or whatever else. You know what I mean? But I understand because he's been there for the other ones, and sometimes people have to work, and sometimes Mama missed some of them things because she's at work. Because it's always seemed like we're the bad ones, and no matter, we can't miss one single event on earth. But when the woman does, the first thing they'll reverse and say, oh, you don't want me to have no, you don't want me this, that, and the third, or you trying to control me, you don't want me to work. Oh, my job is more important. I got to take care of these bills. But don't no man on earth get to say that without being criticized and humiliated or ridiculed. We don't get to do that, fellas. If you're tired, like I'm tired of being ridiculed and spoken down to women about some of the things I do right and even some of the things I do wrong, I want to get better. We got to talk to each other, fellas, without judgment, without disrespect, but truthfulness, honesty, and holding someone accountable. If I'm faulty in this part of it, you don't have to bash me because we're fellow men. But please tell me, even if I don't want to hear it at the moment. Because at least the seed will be planted. At least I might know there's something not 100% right in the way I'm doing it, even if I don't agree at first. And then maybe it takes another person, and another person, then another person, and then 6 people then told me how I'm not doing this the proper way. And now I understand. Now, you know what? They're seeing it. It ain't just me. Like, yeah, I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm right because nobody says nothing. Remember, most people correct bad behavior. They don't correct good behaviors. So if I'm doing something, anyone's doing something, nobody chooses to correct it or care enough or afraid or whatever, I'm going to assume it's good. If I spend a little time with my kid here and there and nobody don't say nothing about it, my kid don't mention anything to the old, I'm going to assume I'm doing right. But when will we come to ourselves and when you can sit by yourself and say, I have been around this 3 weeks and how many times have I seen my kid? How many times did I help with this? How many times I did this? If you can analyze it and say a lot or a little, there you go, bro. I'm not here to force nobody. This ain't a channel on Dad Chat TV to convince or persuade anybody that they're doing wrong. This is for the fathers who know they're doing some things wrong, whatever it might be, can address it, can own up to it without running from it or lashing out, and want to get better. This is what we're here for, fellas. Dad Chat TV. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. You understand? We're opening up the information highway. You know what I'm saying? We're going to figure out how to navigate through these waters together. They're treacherous, man. Even the Titanic got taken down from an iceberg. You understand? So what about Mirror Man? You tell me. But I want to open up that dialogue for us to talk, man. It takes us to bring it up. I'm man enough to be the one. Whether it's me to you, or me mirroring it to myself, or someone telling me in the comments or in the world. We got to do a little better. My kids frustrate me. There's times I don't want to be around them at all, to be honest. But that's only because of the things they're doing at the moment to frustrate me. Once it's gone, I want to be around them all the time. If I had enough money and resources at the moment to have them full time and do everything, I would. I would take them on in a heartbeat. I don't have no problem taking them to school, picking them up, and doing all that. No, you know, I'm pretty sure like a lot of fathers, my issues has always been making sure I got enough bread. And I did for a while, but the last 2 years have been a little rough. So, you know, sometimes I can still do it, but get a little deterred because I sometimes I get a bad feeling like I could be in the world with them and not have a dollar in my pocket or enough to take care of this or buy them when they want to ask or go here, you know. But it still shouldn't neglect the time because the park is free. Playing hide and go seek is free, fellas. Tag is free. Don't cost us nothing to play those games. You understand what I'm saying? Take a piece of paper, draw a checkerboard, make little pieces of check. It's just so many things, fellas. There's so many things. The library. I just took my kids to the library in near Bryant Park last week or 2 weeks ago. Got them their first library cards. You know what I mean? I want to start taking them there so they can read more education and have fun and build their minds, you know? All these things is free, fellas. Shout out to my little cousin Mike, man. Don't worry, I'm going to have him up here. He's going to put links and everything, man. This is one of them dudes who go online and he'll have 1,000 fun, exciting, adventurous, free things to do with your kids all across New York City. That's what I'm saying, fellas. We coming together as a network, man. The women got the resources. I watched my sister, mama, auntie, baby mother, 1,000 women for years. Come on, yeah, girl, go ahead and do this. Oh, yeah, girl, go ahead. This is how you need to go to clothes or the kids or this, then you go here to get the child, this, that, third. And it's a wonderful thing. Where's ours? Yeah, 1 or 2 friends might give a little advice. But when we need a big network of advice for fathers. So I'll show you other channels out there. But like I said, this ain't about just fatherhood and dealing with mamas. No. They're a small part of this. We're talking about how we're going to deal with it, how we're going to talk to each other, how we're going to help come with ideas. How can I point, hey, yo, bro, there's a school here for this kid. Oh, yeah, you can go here. They got the clothes over here for the good price. Yo, they got the school books over here and da-da-da-da-da. Oh, yeah, they got this and that already. You can take the kids and have fun. That's what we got to do to get them involved so the younger ones coming up and work, they can see and say, damn, I come up under a new society where guys work together, whether they know each other or don't, to be able to make our lives better. These young ladies will grow up saying we ain't got to disrespect, we ain't got to try to crap on the future young guys because of the men of yesteryear. Because my aunt had to deal with men of yesteryear. The men of yesteryear for these young girls growing up, my daughters and such, they're going to be, God willing, come up under a bunch of men of my nature. Not saying we're perfect, but men who care and actually create a network for us to be able to build and make our kids better. That's what this is all about. You understand what I'm saying? That's my goal. If I don't make one red cent, but this gets out to the world and a million people communicating ping pong ideas of how to help this person with their 2-year-old and 4-year-old and 6, I'll be grateful to the Lord. That'll be enough payment for me, fellas. I have nephews that I want to grow. I don't want them to be done the right way. Hopefully some young lady on earth should be able to see this and see these things and know how to approach and deal with my nephews in the proper way in which they deserve, in which my nephews will deal with these young ladies as they deserve. I'm hoping my daughters get enough of this point in their world so they could be queens to their kings one day. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm also truly doing this for us fellas to be able to communicate. You know what I mean? And have, yeah, I ain't just all willy-nilly. Like I said, there might be a time or two you might even see me tear and cry up here. And I ain't afraid or ashamed of it, y'all. Nor should y'all. Because that's how the feelings I get from my kids. They make me frustrated. They make me upset. They make me happy. They make me excited. They make me sad. They make me cry. Any feeling you could think of, fellas. But time is the most important thing. Learning how to balance it. Sacrifice when necessary, but learn how to also sacrifice the business sometimes and put it aside. You know what? I made enough last month. Maybe I could put a couple days aside this next month. Maybe this account I could pass it off to the next person. I might not need to make that extra little 50,000. I already made 200 last month. I'm okay. I don't need every dollar. You understand, fellas? Spending time with these kids, being in the house, playing with them, tossing them around, going to the store with them, learning what they like and they don't like in an intimate setting. It's not always enough to pay and take the kids everywhere, but you don't know your kids intimately. You don't know what makes them tick. You don't know what makes them upset, what makes them cry. You don't know how to calm them down. You don't know how to bring them out of that funk. You don't know the little things that give them a smile. It's these things, fellas, it takes time. You understand? My oldest daughter is baby. I call her Kristen once in a blue moon because it took time of me being all the time in her head. Everybody else will call that shit. Tell you, what your daddy call you? Baby? So with that, I'm going to conclude. You know what I mean? Time, fellas, please. Work harder on time, man. Myself too, man. I'm trying my best, you know what I mean? Even times, like I said, I'm in a funk or can't get things going because I got them. But you know what? It is what it is. But time is most important, man. So please like and subscribe. It's been another one with Papa Stretch here at Dad Chat TV. Come on, let's get together, man. Please, fellas, please, man. I need us to be better as fathers, man. I need this, man. My kids need this bad, man. Your kids need this. You understand what I'm saying? We got to communicate. We got to figure out how to help each other. We got to be each other's crutches and information holders. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it together. It's Papa Stretch, Dad Chat TV. Please like and subscribe. We're here with another one. We out.